Does your mom know you're watching this show? Put it up there one more time. This podcast is rated R and is intended for mature audiences only. Right down there in the bottom. Welcome everyone to season 2 of the Friday Night BS show. Yes, this is early for us. So if your children are still around, send them somewhere else because it's a man's world tonight. And I think we're going to be pretty good. We're not going to have some woman, right, guys, tell us we're wrong, right? Kevin is going to choose his words wisely tonight. He's not going to say anything until he knows for sure he's going to get away. You're going to
For the
process everything.
entire show tonight, I'm just pantomiming.
He's going to process his thoughts before he speaks. Who's with us tonight? Kevin is here. Bruce is here. No ladies. It's a man's world. This is a man's world. We got men topics we're going to talk about. We got weird news. I was dress coded on the Southwest flight because my shoulders were showing. We're going to dig into that topic. A little strange. I didn't know. It's kind of weird. I didn't know that there was an actual kind of sort of a dress code on how you're supposed to dress when you go to the airport. And I was kind of surprised that there was actually one. Our topics tonight: why men have more sex partners than women. I think we knew why. Who's got the strongest sex drives, men or women? And the harsh realities men face on dating apps, guys. Do you feel the pressure, Bruce? Bruce is the only one of us that uses the app. You're not using an app, right, Kevin?
Not currently.
Not currently. Say hi to Mark, guys. Mark and
Mark
Jason
and
Vapes.
Jason are both there.
What's up,
Yeah.
Jason?
Jason.
Hey, we got guys watching the show.
Yeah, it's a man's world. Oh, yeah. Well, you're going to learn some stuff, guys. I'm glad you're watching. Hopefully, the women jump on and tell us how right we are, right, Bruce?
Always
sure it'll
right.
go that way.
I got a YouTube notification we were on, but I didn't get a Facebook notification we were on.
We're on there. We're on there. Mark is on there. So Mark, I see Mark has said hello. I'm going to click on there and click like, so I know that it's working. So I know it's working. We got 4 people. Well, let's get right into the weird news. The weird news was weird. Let me make sure I have the right article. Let me see how I got to do this. I got to click on that right there. Scroll down to the BS show links right there and find the chick that dresses inappropriately while getting on a plane.
Bare shouldered and all.
All right, I'm going to ask both of you guys. We've all flown, right? You've flown. Bruce has flown on flights. Kevin's got on plenty of airplanes. Have you ever got on an airplane and thought, that's inappropriate?
Yeah, pants are pretty tight, but they never call them on that,
Yeah.
because these gals all wear those spandex, whatever on it, leave nothing left to the imagination. But
You never thought though, like, all right, come on, that's a little too much.
no, I mean, I've seen the short shorts, and
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen every imaginable outfit, but I've never seen anybody denied flying because of it.
How about you, Kevin?
No, I'm usually that guy that people are like, "Hey, I don't know if you can."
Will you
wear
stop
that on
staring?
Well, if you quit
My
wearing
eyes
your
are up
shorts,
here.
quit wearing those shorts so short, Kevin. You might get quit against stares.
Because nobody can tell anyways.
Yeah. I have said a couple times where I was like, okay, you could at least put pants on. Like they were in their pajamas. That was one. I can't remember what flight. It was a late flight. It was a red eye flight, and they were getting on the flight in pajamas. I was just kind of like, I guess I go, but fuck, I don't want to die on an airplane and be the dude wearing pajamas. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, the guy was wearing pajamas?
Yeah, they were wearing
Oh.
pajamas.
I mean, I've seen the girls wearing pajamas, but I've never seen the guys wearing pajamas.
I think there's only one thing that bothers me, and it's really got nothing to do with the flight. If
Yeah.
somebody goes through security and they're not fucking wearing socks, I get upset. It's like you are in the airport with bare feet. What is wrong with you?
Well, I don't know. I mean, my wife has flown. We've flown to Mexico, and she wears sandals. with no socks. Just take her sandals off because they got to go through the shoe thing. You know, and it's
women
like,
get away with a little bit more than we do
yeah,
at the airport
yeah,
as far as like shoes. Yeah, I mean
yeah.
they
And
can't.
I'm not gonna be a guy wearing sandals and socks. So you know, it just ain't gonna happen. So
I was always told don't wear flip flops. I wear flip flops a lot. I mean, even during the wintertime, but I try not to wear them at the airport for that reason. Cause I get it. There are certain people that really don't want to see bare feet. You know what I mean? And you are in a confined area,
especially guys'
recycled
feet.
air. You know, yeah, you don't want to be walking around with no fucking. Now, I'm going to show you a picture of what she was wearing.
Oh, I got a
Okay.
pick even, huh?
Yeah, of
I'm
course.
excited.
Yeah, I'll
Well, I
show
mean, we
you.
got forehead girl 2 weeks ago. We got shoulder girl now.
Forehead girl. She's pretty. All right. This is what she was wearing. And that's a, what do you call that? A corset, right? Isn't that what those are
Corset,
called?
corset.
Yeah, corset. Yeah. So that's what she was wearing. I don't.
Yeah, you know, maybe if she hit turbulence, she might bounce out. You know, maybe they're afraid of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I got to call her on it because corsets are not supposed to be worn as tops by themselves, like in no way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Yeah. It's that classic Seinfeld episode where Elaine buys, what's her name, a bra because she doesn't wear a bra. So she decides to put the bra on, but no shirt and walk
Yeah,
around with just the bra on. That's what a corset is. I
yeah,
mean,
it's undergarments.
to me, I'm like, okay, who is she bother? I mean, it's okay if it's distracting to the pilot. Yeah, fuck. If she's sitting next to the pilot, yeah. But the pilot's not gonna. I mean, that's the only person I'm really concerned about on a
Well, it's
flight.
probably a jealous stewardess. So you know,
Yeah, I'm not so much
I
worried
know there's
about the
crazy people
stewardess.
out there.
yeah.
You know, she's a pretty girl, so I get, you
Well, I
know,
mean, I just amazed she didn't like just put a jacket on or something. You know,
yeah, yeah.
you
Just
know.
put a jacket on, but she was offended. Let me get to my show notes. The TikToker who goes by JC
Oh,
shared.
okay. So she's a
Yeah,
influencer.
yeah. Here
Yeah,
we
yeah.
go. This is where it gets to
This is
with
the
the
same as forehead girl.
holes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah. Shared that how angry over being shunned for her attire on the plane. It says John show picture, which I did. She inquired it just that the airline was upset about her shoulders showing, despite it being a whopping 102 degrees where she was located. So I'm trying to figure out if this is a new story, where the fuck is she at? That's 102 degrees
Well, I would think
currently.
most air conditioning airports are air conditioned, aren't they? So
I
just
wasn't gonna
saying.
say it. I didn't say it.
Yeah.
I didn't say it. Okay.
She says my torso was fully clothed. She wrote defending herself, and it caused a scene because some sweet lady stuck up for me, and she got kicked off the flight. So the lady that stuck up for her, saying it wasn't that bad, got kicked out as well. So it was both of them ended up getting kicked off the flight. She demanded that Southwest Airlines. Here we go. This is where
Oh
you
well,
kind of
this is
see
going
where,
nowhere.
yeah, gives her she says that the airline should give her a refund for her ticket, or at least, ready, a bottle of expensive champagne. Typical TikToker.
Wait, Southwest doesn't refund anybody, so good luck with that.
No, I don't know what kind of expensive
Or
bottle of
or
wine.
or or they probably don't serve champagne either. So
Yeah, right.
If they do, it's Cook's Brothers or
yeah,
some fucking
yeah.
shit.
It's the $3 bottle.
Those little bottles of champagne.
One serving only.
There you go. We're
You
sorry.
shake it up. The bottle's empty when you pop the cork or unscrew it.
Uh,
Yeah, that's it. So, yeah.
it says, despite outcries about there being no dress codes on Southwest Airlines, she said that she doesn't understand why they're upset that there are no dress codes that she could find anywhere for Southwest Airline, which obviously she's wrong. It says about there not being no dress codes on Southwest Airlines, passengers contact bars passengers from wearing clothing that's too alluring or obscene. or offensive, which are categorized as unruly, according to Today. So US Today picked up the story and they did a little bit of digging. So yeah, I guess there are some dress codes. So I'm sure you can't walk around with the "fuck you" T-shirt. I guess that would be unrudely or
I mean,
whatever.
the problem with it is like, so like I was a door guy at a bar for a number of years, and like
Yeah,
dress codes are made to be vague so that they can do whatever they want, and that's what the
yeah,
airlines are doing.
yeah. It says, however, frequent flyers told USA Today that they would support stricter dress codes in light of some of the unruly and viral outbursts on airlines. Experts even believe that when people dress better, they tend to behave better, which is true. Which is true. When you're when you're wearing a $90 shirt and $100 slacks and $200 pairs of shoes, I know not everybody is like that, but the chances of you getting into a bar fight are slim to none. You're not going to fuck around. Yes or no, Kevin?
I'm only gonna say this. The world of fashion now, there's t-shirts that are $300 and shoes that
Right.
are like sneakers that are $600. There's people that look like they're not dressed up at all that are wearing, $3,000 worth of clothes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Thanks
and
to
those people
marketing.
still want to fight.
They still want to fight. Well, you got to get blood on those Nikes, They're not cool unless you get some blood on those
Well,
Nikes.
I think it makes it more about that than anything because these people are in a confined area wearing $600 shoes. Somebody steps on their foot and they're ready to punch somebody out.
Yeah, that's true. Remember the old days in the 80s? Oh, you scuffed my fucking shoes,
Yeah,
bitch. You dead.
yeah.
Knives would come out. All right. Bruce, I'm gonna ask you first. Would you have a problem sitting next to her for a 5-hour flight?
No, I would hope we hit some turbulence. So
Kevin.
Absolutely not.
Nah, she wouldn't bother me. Would I have a hard time focusing? Yeah, but I wouldn't be.
What are
I
you going
wouldn't
to
be
focus on flying in an airplane, John?
the movie that's like 5 years old. Sleepless in Seattle again? Damn it. No. Um, I don't see guys being upset by this. It's probably, I'm willing to bet she was a female stewardess that brought it up. I'm willing to bet no one in her seating vicinity cared about what she was wearing.
Well, you
I'm
wonder
just assuming this was a woman thing.
you just wonder, how many of those women go, I can't wear a top like that.
I don't see. I think to me this was the stewardess maybe going a little too far. What do you guys
Well,
think?
you don't know what the girl's attitude was too. Maybe she had
Yeah.
a bad attitude, and what that just contributed to the stewardess saying, yeah, you know what? I don't like you.
Yeah, but what got her to go to that attitude? That's what I'm saying. I mean,
Well, I mean, some women just have an attitude. Period. I mean, doesn't take much to set some of these women off.
no, but I mean,
Yeah,
as far as the stewardess, I mean, she would have to say something first to her about her outfit to get her to be a little bit upset about it. You know what I'm
well, they
saying?
could. I mean, anybody could have started it.
I
I
mean,
don't know how it really started.
it could just be something as simple as the stewardess came up to that woman and asked her to like put a
Put a
hoodie on or
jacket on.
cover
Yeah,
herself up.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she might have been following procedure and thought, "Hey, this is a little bit rude."
Yeah.
Do you think maybe a passenger said something to the stewardess first, or do you think the stewardess just took this upon herself? I mean, we're speculating.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, yeah. I kind of wonder that. I'm wondering to myself, did she take this upon herself and just say, "Hey, this is just a little too much," or did someone say, "Hey, I have children here. We don't need to see that. Can you please tell her to cover up?"
Maybe she
Well, I
just.
mean, and
Yeah,
airlines these days are not screwing around. The minute that
Yeah.
you start giving them trouble, you're out.
yeah.
Get out. Get the fuck out.
And I mean, they'll find any reason to
Yeah,
pull you from the flight. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I could see the lady next to her. Look, my husband cannot sit here and look at this for the next 5 hours. Can you
Yeah,
please tell her to cover up?"
the airplane hits a bump. I mean, every guy is going to be like this.
Well, she didn't have enough. She didn't have enough jiggle on her up top there for
I
that
wouldn't
one.
think so. Yeah, it didn't look like it was
I don't know.
any
Women
chance
that wear
anything's
that
falling
kind of
out.
stuff, women that wear that kind of stuff on an airplane, I ignore those women like they don't exist.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm
because
not. I'm not.
because
Yeah.
because they're just trying to they're putting a show. They're
No,
just
well,
show.
yeah. That's the thing that I got. I kind of think is like, okay,
She
do you
wants attention.
feel like all this bullshit that's been going on here lately on airplanes, and TikTok, it seems like it's always a TikToker. You got to feel sorry for the airlines and the stewardess because they're doing things, these TikTokers, to get this sort of notoriety, to get on the New York Post, to get a video to trend on TikTok or Instagram. So it's just like you guys, they need to be like on their toes 24/7,
No,
right?
and they've got
Well,
to be
yeah,
careful too because it's a federal offense when you start fucking with an airline.
That
So
too. Yeah.
yeah, so they got to watch their p's and q's when they start making a scene because that's eh, that's federal.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, too, I mean, fuck you, dude. Once you get blacklisted, you're
Oh,
done, dude. How
oh
do you
yeah,
get now you're gonna have to drive a fucking car across the country for the rest of your life. I
yeah,
mean,
I mean, what if you got to travel out of the country? You're taking a boat.
yep, yep.
nothing like a good boat trip to Italy.
I'll see you in 2 months when it
two,
arrives.
Yep.
2 months.
2 months and $20,000 later.
Yeah,
Oh shit! Oh no, you could take one of those Carnival cruises and just that shoot out that way. I don't know if they still do those, but
Well, they
yeah,
go halfway and then they give you a life preserver to get there the rest of the way.
yeah, that's my problem. And see, that's to me, like, I would get frustrated. It's kind of funny because I thought about this. How would I react if I were in a supermarket and they tried to do some of those pranks on myself, on me? Because that's like where it's going, like with the airlines. And the last thing, I mean, in a supermarket, at least you can go away. You know what I mean? You can go back outside, get in your car, and you leave. When you're on that plane, you're done. You're done for the next whatever that flight is. You're
yeah.
stuck in that.
Unless they turn it around and they
Or they
If
got a
land
they
lot of
turn
early.
around
unhappy
and go
people.
back, you
Yeah,
are
you got a
fucked.
lot of unhappy
Fucked.
people on that airplane.
If they turn
I mean,
around
you
and
got
go
people
back,
waiting for you with silver
yeah,
bracelets
yeah,
when you get off the
yeah,
airplane.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So
but I
that,
mean these influencers are popping up everywhere. I mean, guys have quit going to the gym because they're getting tired of getting harassed and stuck on videos and labeled creeps and stalkers and
yeah,
pervs and all kinds of stuff because they're just at the gym, and
yeah.
they get caught in the background of her doing her
Well,
thing,
fuck, stop holding the phone like this. We
Yeah,
want
yeah,
look.
yeah,
Look at my breast. Look at my breast.
yeah. And then they wear that most revealing workout outfit they can get because they're not working out; they're just posing.
Damn
You
women.
know, so
This
yeah,
show's getting real
guys are
bad real quik, guys.
guys,
It's a
yeah. So
man's world.
guys' subscriptions to the gyms have fallen off dramatically.
Well, I
I
mean, shit. I mean, you got to work out. You got to do your thing. Most. Well, let's be honest. Most guys aren't going to the gym to work out with their cell phone. I mean, I don't see too many YouTubers with guys that are like hold the phone while I flex in the mirror or I'm on the fucking treadmill or I'm fucking bench pressing. I don't see that. It's the women. So the guys are there to work out. They're not there to fucking, try to find the next whatever, They're there to
I've
work
seen
out.
seen clips where the guys have gotten to the point now that they wear a headband and then they get caught in a gal's workout or the gal moves in front of the mirror because that's where their workout station is.
Yeah.
They slide the headband over their eyes
Yeah.
and just
Just
continue their workout or they put
I'm
their
not looking
hoodie
at your
on.
I'm not looking
Yeah.
at your titties.
I'm
I'm
not
not
looking
looking at
at
your
you. I'm not
titties.
looking at you. Can't see nothing. I'm just doing my workout. You step in front of me to get yourself in the mirror for your little TikTok thingy, whatever you're doing, you know. So
Oh, poor guys. That's why I'm not going to the gym. Well, we wish her
Yeah.
luck. Hopefully she gets her free bottle of champagne. And I don't think so. Yeah, you're right. I don't think I've ever heard anybody getting a refund from Southwest Airlines.
Yeah. She picked the wrong flight to try and do that shit. Maybe on
Oh,
United or Delta.
yeah, maybe. Yeah, she may have had a shot. Maybe free luggage, extra bag at Delta.
Yeah.
ugh.
Let's get into it. That was our weird news. Yeah, go check her out. I'm gonna do a little digging on that one, see if there's some more to that story. New York Post picked it up, so that's how I got it. Which I was surprised it made the New York Post, but it seems like that's the only stuff that they've been printing nowadays. Well, whatever, not printing, whatever they're calling it. But yeah, why men have more sexual partners than women? Why do you think, Bruce? I want to get your opinion, both of you guys. Why do you think men have more sexual partners than women?
Um, I don't know because guys are they're guys are hunters, man.
These guys are honors.
Guys are hunters.
How about you, K Dog?
Oh
Hold
man,
on,
come on.
let me give you a drum roll too.
It's society, man. Like society glorifies men having lots of partners and
Yeah,
shuns women for it.
yeah, they do. It's a two sets of standards. You're
Yeah.
right. There's two sets of standards.
Body
Uh,
count.
Yeah. If the guy does it, yeah, good for him. You know, he's exploring, you know. The girl does it, whore. That's a
Yeah.
whore.
Yeah.
Straight up whore. The study is let me get to where my talking points. The study is a small survey data set of 52 heterosexual couples, mostly adults in their mid 20s, reported various of self-reported sexually and relationship measures. Pretty standard research. So this is a big study. I forget the numbers here. Let me go scroll down here to the numbers. And this is something that's been studied a lot. So they were trying to figure out why men do have more. And Bruce is right. There's a study that goes all the way back to some guy in the 1940s. It's called the Bateman's Principle. The Bateman's Principle. And he got this study by watching fruit flies, male fruit flies. So we'll get into that too. I tell you, men have more sexual partners than women on average. This means that if you approach a random man on the street and ask him how many people he's had sex with, his answer is likely to be larger than a random woman answering the same question. I don't recommend using this approach strategy, however. They add that in the article. Like, just don't go walking up to people. Hey, by the way, how many people have you slept with? You know? But there's always that little rule. What is the rule? Come on, Bruce. I know you know the rule. When the guy
What?
says a number,
Oh, when a guy says a number,
yeah, what is the rule that women use when they hear a guy's number? Do you know that rule? It's a
I would.
+1 -1 +2 -1. What is it? You guys know that rule?
No.
You never heard that? Where it says anytime a guy says a number, you're supposed to subtract like 2 or 3 from it, or 4 sometimes, depending. Never
Oh,
heard that?
really?
So if a guy says I've slept with 10 people, women automatically think they're lying, so they subtract like a handful of numbers from it.
Mm.
So yeah. The range
In
of
women, you double it, huh?
and double it with a woman, because yeah, she's gonna try to get. If she says she slept with 4, it's at least 8. It's at least 8. This is the number of sexual partners within the sexes is different, with men as a group having a greater range of compared to women as the group. This means it's likely that most sexually successful men, I'm sorry, the most sexually successful men, has much larger number of sex partners than the most sexually successful woman. After my data was organized, I ran a simple analysis comparing the meaning the mean average number of lifetime sex partners between men and women, to see if this is basic. She and what she with this test, what she has found out that it's not just like a USA thing. This is a world thing. It's not just us men here in the US are going to have more sexual partners than women. It's a world thing. Men in India have more sex than the women do. The men in Germany have more sex than. So she was trying to explain that it just doesn't apply just to us here in the US. We're so fruitful. The men are
So,
we're so
so it's a world thing.
Yeah, it's a completely world thing. That it says, how many partners have you had sexual intercourse with in your lifetime? So it goes into the whole thing. It was surprising to see that my data confirmed on both points. In my simple, men had a higher means and a larger compared to the women in their response in their questions. How many partners? Yeah. So it tackled the easier to explain, observe first, different variances. That men have a larger number of sex partners is often debunked by the Bateman principle. That's the one that she talks about. The principle has been around since 1948, and the result researches is reproduction success number of offsprings in fruit flies. We're compared to fruit flies, guys. That's how he's doing it. The study shows that the male fruit fly has greater numbers of offsprings compared to the females. So the fruit fly is just going around fucking everything.
Well, I mean, think about it. A guy has the power to reproduce what,
Forever.
a couple times a day, you know, and the female is in the position to ovulate what, once a month for
Well, not only
pregnant.
that, but the entire gestation, that
Yeah.
woman can't get pregnant again, while a guy can get other people pregnant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
could just keep going and going and
Yeah.
going and going.
Yeah.
Line them up and go. You know, if you're
I
stupid enough.
mean,
Yeah.
it is just biologically the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they're saying too. It's not just we're horny. It's genetics. It's kind of honed into our DNA. That whole process of wanting to go out and, like Bruce said, hunt. You know,
But you got to think about this too. So that makes sense if it's just, looking at births and the ability to impregnate somebody. But we have birth control now. We have methods of women not getting
Yeah.
pregnant. If it were just that, then you would start to see numbers for women rise
Yeah.
as much as men and like level out. But that's not happening.
No, that's not going to, yeah, it's not happening. The Bateman principle holds in humans too. It's most clearly demonstrated by looking at one of the most reproductive, successful males in record human history. Wow, this blows me away here. I'm gonna read these numbers. History who over 1,000 children, and comparing him to the most reproductive successful woman in record human history is one lady who's had 69 children. So
Okay.
we
Well, she's
got,
popping kids out later or doing multiples.
yeah, she's had some triples. She had some,
Yeah,
yeah,
I was
she's
gonna
had
say,
some
yeah.
triplets and some
Still, that's
twins.
unreal.
But the dude that holds the record for the most children he's got over 1,000 children
Well, that
compared to
can't be
his
in the
most.
U.S. because he would never be able to afford that.
No, it was
Man.
some prince or something like that. He had a
Oh
couple
yeah,
wives. He had a
yeah.
couple wives,
Yeah.
but he had a whole bunch of mistresses, and he was just getting. Well, even what's his name, Genghis Khan. They say he was so sexually. He had sex with so many women that everyone there's a possibility that everyone has a strand of his DNA. That's insane. Did you ever hear that, Kevin?
I have.
That is insane. That there are a large
Well,
part of the population in the
those
world.
rich barbarians, they just, they had the
Divide
concubines.
and conquer.
They had those
Raping and pillaging.
raping and pillaging.
I don't want your gold. I don't want your silver.
Give me
I
your
don't want
women.
give me your
Come for your
women.
women.
Give me the women.
It's a man's world.
We're going to hell, guys.
Yeah.
Well, let me see if I can find these. Let me find these
So
stats.
honestly, have you guys actually kept the body count for your lifetime?
I used to, but I don't want to. I'm
Yeah.
not sharing that number.
It would it would it would
Not on this show.
it would take me a while to actually calculate that out if I could remember that much, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I stopped doing that a
Yeah.
long time ago.
Yep.
Let me
Yeah.
make sure. But then I had that 20-year break, Bruce.
I had 33 years break.
Let me see here. Let
If
me
I had been single for till my age now at this point, that body count would be off the board.
yeah. Let me see if I can do this. Open share screen.
I gave Genghis a run for it.
There you go. Can you guys see that? On average, the male
I can't
dudes.
read the fine print. No.
Yeah, it says how many partners have you had sexual intercourse with in your lifetime? Please give the best estimate if you do not remember. Males 5.5, almost 5.5,
What?
5.488. Yeah,
What?
yeah, that's what it is. There was
Man, that's a low ball.
yeah, females
Nah.
3.3, which is a little low.
I'm
You
thinking
know,
those so low ball numbers, man.
these are I think these
Is this in a lifetime?
yeah, these are lifetime numbers. This
Wow.
is like, and this was a big study, guys. This was, you can see the numbers
Well,
on
and I
the
mean,
on
and that's average. So
yeah, average.
it,
Okay.
What did you? I was thinking 30s.
I was I was thinking
I
there was no
mean,
decimal point.
I
I
I
thought
was
I thought it said 52. I go, okay, yeah, that
the
sounds about right.
but the
uh,
truth is, the average dude's not having that much sex, especially
Apparently.
for women.
yeah,
Apparently.
yeah. That's the thing too. The times have changed, so even guys are, this newer generation, it just, of guys are just, I laugh because there was I like the show New Girl. Have you ever seen that show?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's that one scene, and it's perfect. It kind of hones in millennials in high school, and where she's out on her prom date, and the guy's asking her, "Can I kiss you now? Can I? Is it okay if I touch you? Is it okay if I untake your dress off?" You ever seen that scene? And
I don't remember it.
she's like, Stop asking me, just do it, damn it." That's what I see. You know what I mean? In that generation here. This was that study
Man,
here. Let me.
I am disappointed with the generation.
Bruce is mad at that number, dude.
I'm just disappointed. Yeah.
This was that study. This study goes all the way back into 1948, but it kind of explains how he uses the male fruit fly with the same comparison with men are limited to the ability to attract a mate. Females reproduce successful, does not increase after the first. So, I was trying to find some stuff on that one. I
Five,
just, I just,
five,
yeah, yeah. I just
five.
feel like, it's, I don't know. I mean, it kind of makes sense that that would be part of our DNA, that we feel like we need to go out and you know there's but see, this is the thing. If that was part of our DNA, then why are we wearing condoms? Why are we having them take birth control? Why are we trying so hard not to get them pregnant? Maybe
Because we're
maybe
not
Because
animals.
we're not
because
animals.
because we can't afford it.
I like Bruce's better. You can't
Yeah.
afford it.
It,
The animal part,
the
I
average
think,
cost of raising a baby to high school is $90,000.
yeah. There you go. This
Kid.
is the dude.
Look
Islam
at that.
Abini Shafi. I think that's how you say it. Late 1600s. 4 wives, 5 concubines.
Oh my God.
1,042 children, dude.
God, could you imagine the child support payments?
Yeah, and there's a chick, a woman. Sorry, ladies out there, the woman out there, and these are all her kids.
That's just
4
one
sets of
woman and all her kids.
kids. Wow.
16
59.
pairs of twins, 7 sets of triplets, 4 sets of
She
quadruplets.
had to be on.
Oh my God.
She had to be on fertilization something to have.
No, they didn't have that in the
This is
1700s.
1700s.
Yeah, they didn't have none of that shit. I don't
Man.
think they did.
I'm surprised the kids lived in the 1700s the way
They
medicine
probably
was back
didn't. They
then.
probably didn't all live to be adults.
Yeah, who
I
knows?
mean,
Who knows?
most of them don't even live through birth, especially if a mother's popping 6 kids out at one time.
Uh,
I like Jason.
yeah, watch porn all
Yeah.
day and never go
Yeah.
outside. That's it.
Yep.
They
That's
are.
pretty much it. Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah. We found sex back then. They apparently too busy working their little laptops and iPads and video games and all that crap.
We talked about that. I think that the society has changed that the way the guy acts. I mean, the way the guy pursues a woman now. They got to be
Well, the
really careful.
masculinities. There's no masculine.
You
Hey,
got to
look
be
at them.
careful.
They're not masculine.
Yeah.
These kids, they're. I don't know what they are.
Yeah, I mean, even take the clothes aside away, take the clothes out or the way they dress or the way they look, take, whatever. I mean, yeah, it is. If you were a woman, and it would be kind of hard to say, oh, you look sexy in those fucking Crocs. You know what I'm saying? But
With the
it's not
bun
even.
hair. Yeah.
It's not even the clothing. It's just the guy. I think the guys are just really afraid to approach someone. They don't know how. If they're in front of screens they're in front of screens all the time.
Yeah.
And then they know, they have to be extremely careful. I mean, you could still you don't have to be dirty. We talked about this. You don't have to be dirty to talk to or pick up another woman. You know what I mean? You don't have to be an
Especially if
ass.
they stick their butt out, then they're interested.
Yeah, if they do the Dina move, fuck, you're in. Oh, by the way, let's get ready. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Dina. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Dina. Yeah. April.
Oh, April's there. She's listening.
Yeah, I'm at work.
Harass a
I'm
group
on my
of
ring.
look at. Well, I don't know what show she's watching, but
Yeah, right. This one.
It's a man's world.
she must be on the wrong channel.
Yes, it's Dina's birthday. She's celebrating this weekend, so she's not on the show tonight. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would be extremely. I don't know. Let's do this. Let's do this real quick. Bruce, you get to come back and be a 16-year-old today. Look at his head. Bruce shaking his head. It's like, fuck no.
No, hell no.
Yeah. Would you have to change everything about yourself? I mean, you would have to change. You still come back with the knowledge you had when you were 16 and all that you have gotten.
Oh, I'd be in jail or arrested or put away.
You couldn't use anything that you did when you were 16 today. Nothing.
It was a whole different lifestyle back then.
And Kevin, you
different
too.
World.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean, so I'd have to do. It probably wouldn't be as bad as like Bruce going back, but for me, there'd definitely be a little bit of retraining still because I'm still a little old school when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have any of this electronic stuff. It would be like bizarre. I mean, back in my generation, I mean, we didn't have cell phones or pagers or I mean, we had 4 channels on TV and
we're not pretending like we didn't have to, we didn't go and take what we wanted back then. We it was a process.
But there was face-to-face conversations and
relationships
and
back and forth.
Everything
there's no
was
more there's no more playful back and forth.
Yeah,
there
I mean, you know how to communicate with somebody or talk to somebody or physical react to
Because now it's
anybody
just
else.
that
But
one
yeah,
word could fuck you up. That
yeah.
one little
I
tiny
mean,
fucking word.
I don't know. It's not just that though. The whole goddamn world's on fire right now. It's
Yeah,
stressful, even to
yeah,
be a young kid. Like it's hard to think about having a relationship when you're like, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to be able to get a job or,
yeah.
retire. I'm just going to work until I die when I'm 50 from some health problem that I can't afford.
Oh, yeah, speaking of the chick, what do you guys seen that video? How upset she was that she had to work her first 8-hour fucking day. Did you guys see that video?
No,
She her first job, she gets on TikTok and she's crying and she can't handle working an 8-hour day. It's like, oh my God, dude. You first job, first day, and you're already fucking bitching about working a fucking sweetheart. You got 40 more years to go, man.
I mean,
welcome
it's
to
a
life.
shock, right?
Yeah, welcome to life.
She was literally in tears looking for sympathy on
See,
TikTok.
April says there's an art to flirting. I agree.
Uh, she
Yeah.
was completely, yeah. What did she say? There is an art to it, and,
Yep.
yeah, and we'll be honest, the art is a little bit different when Bruce was a teenager. It was a little bit different when I was a teenager. It was a little bit different than when Kevin was. But Kevin brings up a great point. Is it just seems like uh, they're not allowed to be happy because of what's going on in the world. This is how I feel with this. I don't know if they're Gen Z, right? There would be Gen Z, this new one, right? If
Yeah.
that's how I feel when I see these people, they're so stressed out. And I get it. You know, did we have, I'm trying to think, we had the Iran Contra, we had a couple things going on. Bruce, you grew up in the generation where you kind of were worried about Cuba a little bit, right? I mean,
No.
did you feel
I was like a
well,
elementary school when that happened.
right,
No,
that's what I'm
but we
saying.
we were more
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm
we were
saying.
we were we were the gas rationing generation where we had the red
Right.
flag, green flag, and you could only fill up when your license plate was an odd number or even
Right.
number, and we
But you
had
didn't let
out of
that
control.
affect your life. You didn't have that affect
No, I
that
disconnected my
situation
gas
didn't
gauge and
affect your
got gas
happiness
whenever I
during the
wanted. Yeah,
day.
there's always a way around it.
Yeah,
And
and same with
you
you, Kevin, right?
yeah
You didn't let
yeah.
that stuff that was going on during your teen years affect your happiness.
Well,
Like
no,
you didn't
I
feel
just
like I couldn't be happy because this was going on.
yeah, but see, I had the draft coming up on me, so I luckily
Yeah.
Yeah.
they ended it the year before I turned
That I
18.
can understand.
Yeah.
That yeah, that would freak me out. Yeah, that would make it hard for
So
me
with
to
my
be
sophomore
happy.
Yeah.
year, NOM was still going on,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the draft was still active.
Yeah.
And my seat,
And go ahead, Bruce. I'm sorry.
so they killed NOM ended my sophomore year, and the draft ended at my senior year.
At your senior
So
year.
yeah, so I missed both being drafted and going to NOM.
Yeah. And Kevin grew up during climate
Well,
crisis.
Well, the
the
Ice
big
Age, the Ice
the big
Age,
thing
yeah.
for me, the big thing for me was right after I graduated high school was 9/11.
9/11. 9/11. Yeah, but did you didn't make that ruin your day. It didn't ruin, your happiness to go out and want to find someone or have a date or do all these other things. This generation feels like all this stuff that's going on is affecting their happiness. That like they're not allowed to be happy. They're not
Well, they have a
allowed.
they have another big thing coming because there's talk about because the armed forces are so undermanned at this point
Yeah.
that they were showing. I was watching a little news clip this morning that back in '73 there were 700,000 people in the reserves. In the '80s it was down to 240. Currently there's 77,000 people in
Yeah.
the reserves.
Yeah.
So they're
They're talking about
talking
bringing the
about they
draft
may
back.
have to reinstate the draft.
Yep.
And
And they're
I'm,
saying they're
I'm
going to do it for men and women this time.
yeah, and these little Gen Zers are freaking out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that little video. I'm going to Canada, and the guy, you could tell he's homosexual. He's like, "Do
Yeah,
you really want me to go out there and shoot a gun?" I'm like, "Dude, come on, man, don't use that one."
yeah.
Hey,
So
Canada's
there's a
right
little
there.
freak out going with the young generation right now.
Yeah,
I mean, I think that's because it's all talk right now. I think if the draft came, I think people would step up.
Oh
I
yeah.
think regardless, I think people do it.
yeah. What does Eric say? Yeah, Eric, the shoe. They get drafted, we're in fucking trouble. That's
Oh,
all I'm
yeah.
saying.
I'm saying it's like, no, the gun goes that way. Point it that way.
Hey, Kevin, this isn't like Call of Duty at all.
No, they're
These
shooting back
bullets
at me with
really,
real bullets. Yeah.
these bullets hurt. Where's the med kit where I just eat it and get back to 100%?
Well, hey, you can get a free education by joining the military. They'll pay for it.
Their buddy right next to him. Where's Steve?
Yeah,
Did
they
he get
won't pay for your
respawned?
mental health care though.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
I could
no.
see the guy. Where's Steve? Did he get what do they call that? Where
What
the
do they call that when they come
Respawn.
back? Respond.
respawn
Yeah,
somewhere
respawn.
else? Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve has been respawned to heaven is
Yeah.
where he just went, dude. Oh, dude. That's affect their day. It's possible. Yeah, I mean, I get a little, I get a little upset, but I don't let it kind of just take over my whole life. I mean, it's just,
We've
I
we've dealt with this. I mean, all our life. I mean, there's been so much shit that's happened in our lifetime that we bounce and we just move on. And I mean, there's always something going on, something happening. You know,
yeah, I mean, I turned 18 and when I graduated, my dad's like, get on over to the post office and go fill out that form. And
the
he
selective
made,
service.
he made sure we all went down there,
Yeah,
so I
my
went
little
down
my
there.
little brother had to do that. I mean, I didn't
Yeah,
have to because they didn't state that until
after,
afterwards, and it wasn't retroactive. So it's like I missed NOM, the draft, and the selective service registration.
yeah,
There's only
that's
two
where,
years. There's only 2 years that missed it, and I was one of the 2 years.
yeah, that was the year I learned that the most wanted posters was at the post office. I'm standing in line. I'm looking at all these fucking most wanted. I'm like, oh shit, this in the post office?
Oh, so April's got a good point. Her son is like, yeah,
Yeah. He was a Marine. Yeah, it's
well,
scary, man.
but I mean,
It's scary.
your boy's in the service, though,
Yeah,
John.
my son's in the Navy. Thank God.
Yeah,
I'm glad that, I don't know how long that's gonna last, but I'm glad that right now he's in the classroom.
yeah.
He's teaching for the next 3 years. Oh, so he's not in the sub,
I
but that
think
can
part of that
change.
though. I think part of that though is that there's no hiding what war is anymore. Like
Yeah,
it's in your face all the time now. Back
yeah,
when back when other people were joining that, there was still a veil between civilians and
yeah,
war.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's everywhere. I mean, I've just, I'll be honest. I stopped using TikTok the last 4 days. I have
I
Yeah,
not
have
been on
I
TikTok
never
because
had it.
I can't,
it's a
I'm
good call,
not,
Bruce.
Yeah,
yeah, I'm not trying to hide
I
the
don't even have
fact of what's
Instagram.
going on. I just don't want to be overwhelmed by it
Yeah,
constantly everywhere I go. And I think all of us got trapped in that 9/11 world where we were in front of the TV nonstop trying
yeah,
to see what every friggin' moment, every free moment we had. We were on CNN, we were on Fox, we were on fucking MSNBC. We were trying to get, and I think it really fucked a lot of people up.
Yeah, I was
Just
living it at that time. I was building the
yeah.
tallest building in downtown San Jose.
I
So I
blame the fucking OJ thing. I blame
I
the
had just
OJ.
I had just pulled up to the job, was taking my morning nap, and all of a sudden all hell broke loose because San Jose
Yeah,
Airport didn't open until like 6 in the morning because it flies over residential areas. So the first planes in are cargo planes in the morning, FedEx,
yeah,
UPS, that type stuff, and they barely clear our building coming in. We were like in the front, right in the flight path,
yeah. I was
literally.
asleep.
So then
Shit.
all of a sudden, it's like airplanes were coming in from every freaking direction, and military planes are up in the sky. And I
Yeah.
turned the radio back on to find out what the hell is going on, man. These planes are coming in early and are often and coming in different directions, and then you heard about it, and then they weren't sure if there was any other targets at this point. So, and I guess one plane was heading to California. That's the one they took down.
Yeah,
Um, and So they literally shut our job down because we were at the time the tallest building in the Bay Area that we were building. So yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, I was asleep. I worked nights, and she woke me up my regular time.
Overrated, huh?
Yeah, she woke me up at my regular time, and I turned the TV on. I was like, "What the fuck?" I go, "Why didn't you wake me up?"
If I'm not sharp.
She's like, she goes, it's bad. I didn't want you to start your day like that, and blah blah blah. I pick up my cell phone. My phone is just lit up from my boss trying to get a hold of us because he was trying to let us know all the fuel drivers were getting escorts by highway
They,
patrol.
they weren't sure what was happening. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
we had military planes in the sky flying over our
yeah,
area because we were at an airport. Yeah, it's
yeah.
crazy.
So my boss is like, "Don't freak out, but you're gonna have a cop following you at all your stops.
Yep.
Highway patrol or a sheriff. Because you were driving 8,000 gallons of gasoline around. They want to make sure you're who you are and you're going where you're going."
Yeah. So,
Uh,
like I said, the jets, military jets, were escorting all the planes in.
yeah,
They basically said, nearest airport, land your plane because they didn't know who was a good guy and who was a bad guy in the sky
yeah,
still at this point, right? Because they had multiple hits. So we're all freaked out because we're in the path of the airport now, and
yeah,
all these planes are coming in. I'm going, oh, I hope they're all good ones.
yeah. Let's go into topic number 2. All
Right?
right, Kevin,
It-
go, Kevin. Who is it? Who has the strongest sex drive, men or women?
What
Uh,
age?
yeah, all right. I'm good. I was just getting ready to. Let's just say your generation. You're at your age, your generation right now. Who would you say has
Women.
women?
Really?
Bruce, how about you? Your generation.
My generation right now?
Yeah, who
Oh,
do
I'd
you think?
say it's probably the men
Men, there
because
are
there's
horny
pills.
fucking 65-year-old men out there, but I think it's the horny women that are at that age. I think women are a little bit more hornier, I think, at your age. I wish they would do a poll to show that. What exactly accounts for sex drive? All right, I want to get your
Maybe we
guys'
should have
take
defined
before.
that first before we made that question. Yeah.
No, I wanted to see. I want to see who you thought first. So I will go with Kevin. What exactly accounts for sex drive? And there guys out there in chat, you want to answer that one? Go ahead, knock yourself out, take a shot at it. what
what
what what
accounts?
is your what is your opinion of what accounts for sex drive?
What do you mean? I don't understand the question.
What exactly accounts for sex drive?
Like motivations?
Yeah, like horniness, pretty much, right? Sex drive is horny.
What yeah.
I mean,
What yeah.
I don't
God,
know how
like
else to explain it to you without fucking
What kicks in
opening
the
up
hornies, Kevin?
opening up Pornhub without opening up Pornhub right now and going into detail for you.
I mean, I have no idea. I have no idea. It's a lot of subtle stuff, right? I
I
got
think,
no
hey,
answer.
Bruce, I think Kevin's trying to be safe tonight. He's like, you're not getting me canceled, John. Not tonight.
Tina's not
Absolutely not.
Tina's not here to get the hate mail, so yeah, it's all Kevin's turn now.
Yeah. Uh, go
I
ahead,
mean,
Bruce. What do you think it is, Bruce?
Oh, it
The
could be.
feeling of wanting to have sex. Exactly.
Yep, it's pretty much it. Any urge to procreate.
What makes you dig hard? Eric's not messing around.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Jason's
mean,
thinking about it.
like I said,
Jason's like,
Kevin, it could be subtle. It could be right out front. It's like you know, the urge is kicked in by man the strangest things sometimes, right, Kevin?
what?
I said, yeah. I said, yeah, that sex urge can kick in at. I mean, sometimes it's a big trigger, sometimes it's just a little trigger. You just
yeah,
never know. It has a mind.
genetics,
That little
philosophy,
thing has a mind of its own.
culture simply plays a strong role in shaping not only how men and women express their sexuality, it also shapes how the sexes feel about what kind of behavior are appropriate. Beyond that, we have so much research now across time and place. The coverage is on the same obvious observation. Men are more motivated by sex than women, with higher levels of males hormone, testosterone, likely playing a key motivating role throughout men's life, she added. Also, she says here, this was written by a female. This is written by a female. Dina and Jennifer always want me to make sure I let you know who wrote the article. Dina, Jennifer, if you're listening, it was a female. She says, all alongside, however, it bears to keep in mind that some women clearly enjoy it. Get real. Seriously. Did you guys ever think that women actually enjoy having sex?
I never crossed my mind, but yeah.
Never crossed my mind either. I just get that. Are you done?
We'll see what April thinks about that. She's the only woman on the field right now.
Yeah. Scientific studies have also bear on mind of what kind of behaviors are right or wrong. After reviewing more than 200 studies, this lady went deep. She dug deep to find out this answer. She went through 200. Yeah, she went through 200. Women love sex. Yeah, I know, right? Who thought? I thought it was like work to you guys. Yeah. Oh God, I'm in so much trouble. I'm in so much trouble for that comment right there. After reviewing more than 200 studies, investigators found that men consistently report higher sex drive, said study author Julius Fahrenbachs.
No.
Yeah, a student of philosophy.
I am shocked.
The research showed that men say they spend, ready, and this is true because we talked about this, guys, on the show, considerable more time thinking about sex, fantasizing about sex, feeling sexual desire, and masturbating compared to women. No way!
Man, that's so surprising.
Men have a sexual thought every 5 seconds?
It's some crazy fucking
number. I mean, it's like every 5 seconds there's a sexual thought that crosses minds.
A guy could look.
Wait, you guys have breaks?
Huh?
You guys have breaks between those thoughts?
Well, 5 seconds. I mean, it's like snapping your fingers, man.
Oh shit!
It's true. There's another one. Yep, there's another one.
Guys can look at something and it could be something important for work, and somehow it'll go to sex. Like that's how a guy. Sex is the best drug. It is. Yeah. Sex is.
I don't know. Have you tried heroin?
Well, both are addicting. You know, both are addicting. I don't know if they make a pill to get off sex.
Now, again, this kind of brings us back to like the first story. I mean, it's genetics. We can't help it. It's honed in our DNA. I mean, so women can't fucking be mad at us for being horny. I just don't. If they can prove, they have proven that it's in us. No matter what. I don't know I don't care if you do or don't believe in God or a greater creator, or if aliens fucking spliced our DNA together, whatever. I don't care. Okay. It's still proven that we're fucking horny sons of bitches.
And this is why women have held this over our heads for forever.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. Yeah, I'm not saying get married and
it's the first thing they're going to cut off if you get in a fight. They're going to cut off sex.
Sex for you. All right, I'll just go out and find it. Whatever, man.
Yeah, because that solves all the problems.
Yeah, that fixes it instantly. Yeah.
Have multiple. Oh, men done?
Oh, but men.
One and done. Yeah, right.
No
April,
comment.
You're starting a fight here.
Let me give April. There you go. You're seeing the wrong guy. need to find that guy two-timer. Two-time. No. Wrong two-time. Wrong
Yeah,
two-timer.
that's the wrong set of words.
But there's a hitch when discussing one's own sexual activities. Are people always honest? For example, he noted men report having had more sexual partners than women, which we know from the first article, which by simple logics is almost impossible. However, we can, yeah, I know that is kind of, however, he concluded that this response bias was relatedly small and could not explain all the gender differences in sex drives. Well, okay. The 211 studies reviewed were published in 1996. So these go all the way back to 96. Participants were at least 14 years old. God damn, they went deep on that one. In all, more than 621,000 people were involved in the study.
Wow.
Dude, can you imagine
But
going to the government and
5?
asking for money to fund this fucking study, dude?
Well, they
Oh,
funded why bumblebees have little wings.
can you imagine going into Congress and telling them, we're gonna need like $400-500 million. What are you guys studying? Sex drive. Who has the
Yeah,
most sex drive, men or
yeah, how,
women?
yeah, yeah. How many partners you guys got? Oh, by the way, fill out this questionnaire.
Couldn't have been
Well,
any weirder than the guys that went into Congress and were like, "Hey, yeah, we're gonna study magic and
yeah,
ghosts."
magic.
Yep,
Yeah.
and ghosts.
Well, here's $10 million. Yeah, let us know what happens with it.
I think the
Yeah,
biggest kick was they spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to figure out why a bumblebee can fly with his little wings. Like, really?
Yeah, because they wanted to
Really?
know if they could put microchips on it. That's what it was. Oh shit. Yeah, 621,000 people are involved in the study. After the accounting of some differences, the researchers concluded that male sex drive is stronger than female sex drives with medium to large effect. God, it's just ridiculous. I can't believe that they.
I would have. I mean, I'm glad they did that study because I would have never figured that out.
I am 55 and I would have never known this. I would have never. It would never dawn on me. Since the research
That's money
pointed
well spent.
pointed out some exceptions to the rule. Frankenbach said between 24% and 29% of women appeared to have a higher sex drive than the average man. So
Well,
while on average men have a stronger sex drive than women, there are plenty of women who are more into sex than many men, he
I need to
added.
see that research study so I can find those women.
I want the numbers. I want to see those numbers, damn it. Oh, addresses too and phone number. Email will take us too. I mean,
Uh-oh, April, we got to fix that, girl.
uh, oh man,
One
I'm
and a
not
half years.
1.5 or a year and a half. It says, however, oh wow.
Wow.
Hold on, let me find some sound effect for that. No, I know. I'm just playing. I don't have any.
Drum roll.
I don't have one. I'll have to find one for that one. So thank
Look,
God for this.
April's an attractive lady. I don't know how she's not
Yeah, I
falling
don't
to
know how
that
you've
guy.
gotten away with that going
Yeah.
that long. Yeah, that's you need to get out there. Stop watching this show because we're ruining you, girl. We're ruining you. Are you Eric? Are you Eric? Eric is out there. Kevin, are you surprised that we spent this much money and this much time on trying to find out these numbers?
Absolutely not.
Not,
We're very
are you,
good at wasting money and time on the dumbest shit.
yeah. Do you feel the study is honest,
Um,
on point?
Probably. I mean, when you
There's some horny women out there, man.
and when you talk to that many people, like you're gonna weed out the people that are lying and the people that are like anomalies. Like you're gonna
That's
get a
what
pretty decent answer.
Yeah, that's what they said. But having such a large number helped make sure that they've got some honest numbers in there.
Yeah,
20.
absolutely.
Good for you, April, because I'm trying to find a total package and I am striking it, hitting zero out here.
Yeah, 20 years. You're married. You don't count.
Who?
Well, yeah, you don't. Yeah, I mean, well, I
Oh,
guess
he's been married 20 years.
he's been married 20 years.
Yeah. Well, I
But
mean, I agree with this. What I found funny or odd was the body counts.
yeah,
That just seemed low.
that number was low. And well, Eric, you bring up a good point because sex drive, when it's that much different in a marriage, it can really hurt a marriage. Am I right, guys? I mean,
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
if you are someone that is very sexually active and you marry someone that's happy with it once a month, that's when
I like mismatched libidos like that are probably are one of the biggest factors of divorce.
uh, hell yeah. What do
Yep.
you mean once a month? I mean, fucking if you're all right, we're gonna put my men on the spot here and see
Oh
if we get
shit. Oh shit.
if we get canceled here. Bruce.
Oh, let Kevin go first.
All right, you want Kevin go first? Kevin, I'm gonna go month. What would be a good number that would keep Kevin happy
Oh,
In a month?
in a month? Or you want to go?
Honestly?
Yeah, honestly, be honest here. The
At
ladies
least
are
28.
listening. 28 out of the 31.
I'm a fucking horn dog. I'm not gonna
Okay,
lie.
no. You're being honest. You're being honest, Brucey.
what month is it? 31 or 28 days?
No, it's not February. February.
Well, I would have to say
Oh,
50.
hold on. Let me do this right. Kevin, do your number again.
At least 28.
28. Bruce.
40 to 50.
Jesus Christ, she can't walk.
You gotta have some.
Neither can he.
You have a couple of 2-dayers.
Tea timer in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
You know what the difference is? He doesn't have to work. He's retired.
He's retired. But I'm
lots
gonna
of energy.
go.
Lots of energy.
I'm gonna go. Give myself my drum roll here. Between 15 and 17 times. I think
You're
that's.
right.
I think that's
You're-
good.
You're working though. So yeah, so's Kevin. So yeah, I guess
Yeah,
you guys
yeah,
will
yeah.
be tired. Yeah.
Yeah,
You've got some.
Yeah, but
You got some
none
hours
of,
out of the day that are missing.
yeah,
well, and none of us are raising kids, so that's why it's all so high for us.
yeah.
See, I'm retired now, so I got all the hours in the day I need.
If you the 5 that are out there would like to add their number, just throw it in the chat there. We're curious. Yeah,
April,
yeah,
April. I would never discuss past partners. It never ends well. The guy
yeah,
wants me now. Don't worry, my past been. Yeah, I don't ask a body count.
yeah. I don't.
None of
I
business.
think that.
Unexpected the same way response from her as well. She doesn't ask for a
Yeah,
body
you
count.
don't want to ask that question, but I think we kind of talked about it. I think it's okay to ask if you are. I don't know how you would state it. No,
A player.
not a player. No. Like if if you find someone on a dating app, I think you kind of like, is there a way you can say or to find out how active they are without sounding rude or trying to give that number? How you know what I'm going at?
Not
How would
really. I
you,
don't think there's any safe way to ask that question. That wouldn't
I mean,
be
there's no.
unless the guy's proud of it and he wants to boast about it. But
Mm-mm.
Kevin?
or she could be proud of it and wants to boast about it. But
If you're asking that question, you're already asking for trouble. Like,
yep.
if you're asking that question, you already have doubts about yourself or the relationship,
Yeah,
and you're probably on the way out anyway.
Yeah. No, I mean, could you say, are you someone that's like, I don't know, like you can't say. No, I'm not talking about like their body count. I mean, but just how active they would be in a relationship. Like, is there a way of saying, are you a horny fucking person? I mean,
That's
without
that's
saying
not a
a horny.
question you ask right away.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
something you find out.
yeah. Could say you are that guy that says, "Hey, I only need it like once a week." But that once a week guy might not want to date that girl that wants to have it 5 times a week.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Stupid man.
saying?
Stupid man.
That guy's an idiot.
but that's going to get sorted out pretty quickly. Like once a couple starts having sex,
Yeah.
they're going to find out real quick who's got what kind of libido.
Yep.
What's the the wife walked away. No, you don't. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Uh,
who's going to be able to keep it up in the
Not the body
relationship?
count. Well, we were just trying to figure out what the
No, the
average
the
guy.
actual sexual activity.
Yeah, how many times a week or a month would you be okay with? So it's supposed to be the minimum number, not the maximum number. What would be the minimum number? Let's do that. What would be your minimum number, Kevin, that you would
28.
be It's to be 28. And
At least. Like I said, I'm a horn dog.
yeah, that
I'm
would be
with
your
Bruce on
minimum.
this one.
You're not gonna be satisfied for less than that number. How about you, Bruce? What would be
So
that minimum number?
the minimum,
Yeah,
I'd say half the month. 15 days.
15 days. Yeah.
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 Every other day.
Yeah, no body. Don't we don't want you to share body. We don't want to share the count numbers. Number 3, the harsh realities men face on dating apps. This is the big one because I'm not. I still have.
Thought you were going to join Hinge, man.
As soon as I get some free time, I'm still trying to work in my schedule. April, did you answer the question? I think what
No,
is
she did not. April, give oh my God.
the
He looks at you and says, "How do you know how to do that?"
yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Yep.
Yeah. April, what would be your minimum amount of time? We'd like to know. What's that saying? Intriguing minds want to know or something. Uh,
There's April. Been there, done that.
yeah. The harsh realities men face on dating apps. And we talked about this before, but this was a pretty cool little article. So I wanted to do some digging.
Let's see how
Recent
accurate it is.
Yeah, recent data suggests that physical attraction, we talked about this, exceeds warmth, intelligence, and income in women's preferences. Really?
I
Was
would
that
have never guessed that.
Would you have never guessed that? It says,
No.
look, public dating apps data suggest a high consensus of the most attractive users. So that's true. I give that one. Given matches at all in the exception, daters should strike up conversations within the first 24 hours. So these are key points that you should do. You get, if you get a match, don't wait, get on there, start that conversation. That sound about right? Don't wait over 24 hours or 2 days later, fucking hit her up. I've been with the guy on the second date and the chemistry is intense. It also
Oh no, that's not what she was asking though. He,
I mean, and that's a good way to do it.
yeah.
It's tough. It's tough, Mark. We know. I know. I've been single for a long time, but I choose to be single. That's the difference.
I got
I
10.
don't.
I got 10 years in now.
Yeah. Talking points. John's talking a few years before the pandemic swept our world. Many people reported meeting romantic interests online than any other way. We knew that. We know that, right? We've known that for a while on this show. I think it was even before the pandemic it started. Wouldn't you
Oh
guys
yeah.
say?
It
No
was,
way.
but the pandemic made it different.
I mean, the pandemic made it necessary pretty much to
But it
do the
also made it.
online thing
It
first.
also changed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
It did because when I was online dating before the pandemic, I had like no problem doing meet and greets and meeting up with that. And the pandemic hit, and it was more texting before you actually
Mm,
met, and then or mate either way, and then you went out and you're hidden behind a mask, you know.
Uh,
mhm.
So it was like it was I don't know, it was just weird. And then I think the actual meet and greet conversations have dropped off since COVID online
yeah.
because ghosting has increased incredibly because you'll get a match and you go, oh, I got a match, and you'll send a comment and you won't get a comment back. Well, what the hell did you match me for? We're not going to even have a conversation. You get a lot of that.
Yeah. I think with the pandemic, uh, prior to that, it was probably a lot easier to go, hey, let's meet at Starbucks.
Yep.
I think that was the trickier part. I think
Yeah.
now the
Yep.
girl, and I hate saying the girl, the woman had to really think about, is it worth going to Starbucks? Is it worth meeting up with this person? Where probably prior to the pandemic, she was like, yeah, I'll meet you at Starbucks at 12, you know? But
Yep.
now she's like, okay, is he attractive enough? Is it worth my time? Do I
Is he a
want COVID?
Is he a 6'6" six
Is he
six
going to
feet
have a
tall?
mask on?
But I
Six
mean,
feet tall.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead,
but
Kevin.
online dating has always skewed towards women having those options. It's
Yeah,
always been that way for
Oh
women
yeah. Well,
yeah,
because there's more men online than there are women.
by an extreme factor.
No,
It's like
yes,
2 to 1 or
like
something like that.
3 to 1. Yeah.
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 yeah. I'm on dating sites. I get a lot of matches, but once I realize they can't hold a conversation, I move on. That's tough, dude. I mean, all right. They say men are pigs, but I have found that here lately, more guys that are on dating apps don't want that. I'm going to get myself in trouble here. Don't want that dumb blonde. They want, it seems like guys have changed. They want the conversation. I don't know if it's due to the pandemic and a lot of us having to be indoors by ourselves for that long period of time, those couple years, but it seems like guys want this newer generation of, not even newer generation, us want to have that conversation. We don't want to have that stupid conversation where it's just like, whoa, I don't want to be with someone that I have to explain everything to.
Well,
Is
and
that
the one word conversations suck.
yeah. You have kids?
You
Yes.
I could be a real sexist here, and I don't mean this, but it could also be just that,
Hold on, let me save you.
now
Let me save you.
save
Hold
me,
on.
save me.
Go.
But also know that I don't feel this way. But like it's also part of the, men used to be in control of the relationship. Men used to be in control of what was going on. They
Uh,
made all the decisions. Having a wife that didn't have to think for herself, that was fine. Now, that's not the way life is.
yeah.
Boy,
Yeah.
April's got some good dates going there.
Yeah.
Didn't see
Yeah.
daylight for 3 days. Were you in a basement?
Yeah. That is expensive.
Must have been an eclipse.
I hope you
Yeah,
I
right.
hope you I
No
hope you had
windows?
some Gatorade and
Yeah.
some water in
Yep.
that room.
Room
Yep.
service at least,
Er,
geez.
Yeah,
Yep.
room service. Room
Yep. Or a little
service.
Red Bull, or
Were you in a closet for 3 days? I'm confused. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I think the lack of interest too, I think is a complete sign that she's disinterested. So get yourself out of that situation. Don't even bother. Don't waste your time, Mark. Just step away. Because I think when you get, if you're not getting the dumb conversation, you're getting the lack of effort from her. That's pretty much a sign that she's not interested. So don't waste your time. Move on.
oh
Say,
yeah,
hey, this is not,
I've ended matches
yeah.
for
Yeah.
less.
Yeah, yeah. No, we know, Bruce. But yeah, I mean, don't waste your time. Move on. If
Well, I
she's,
mean, so many people out there now just think that they can be attractive, and that's all that they have to bring to the table.
yeah.
I mean,
Well,
that's an
that's
opener,
proven.
but yeah,
That's proven here. I mean, that is the number one. The data shows that physical attraction exceeds warmth, intelligence, and income when it comes to women's preferences. So
yeah.
women
I
are
mean,
choosing
the unfortunate
looks.
thing about all that is guy's a guy, and there's not
Yeah,
too many hot guys online because they don't need to be.
Yeah, yeah. That's why it's so. I'm not. We talk about it. I'm not saying go out and get some professional headshots done for your dating site, but every guy has a girlfriend, and I'm not talking about the girlfriend you sleep with, but a friend. Take a few pictures, show her. She's going to be blunt, honest with you. And she's going to tell you that's not a good picture. That's a
Or
good picture.
or
That's
you
not
just show your daughter that, and
or
she'll
your
let you know
daughter.
too.
Well, your daughter, yeah, she's gonna be, hey dad, and she's gonna know, hey dad, you
Yep,
don't know, try something different. But
yep.
dude, if this is true, which I'm assuming it is true, that they're choosing looks over wealth, intelligence, warmth, then fuck, put your best foot forward. Take a
Well,
good
I mean,
fucking
I
But
picture.
that's
mean,
also just online dating. Like that's the
Yeah,
first
I mean,
thing that
I'm
you
not gonna
have to
sit there
connect
and
with.
go, okay, I'm let's see, here's my picture, and I'm six figures, and here's my bank account number, and I own a house, and this is what I drive. It's like, yeah, I don't put that out there, you know,
yeah, 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 yeah,
because it's like then you're trying to pick up the wrong thing at that point. You're trying
yeah.
to meet someone and gradually work into that where they know that you're self-sufficient. You've got an income, or you're retired, and you've got, you're set, you're
But you got to
financially
be honest.
responsible.
That
Yeah,
that that rest of that stuff, though, I'm sure Kevin and you both agree. The rest of the stuff comes into play eventually during the dating process.
Absolutely.
well,
She's
it
picking.
will it will if it
It
gets to
will.
that point. Sometimes it
Right.
doesn't get past the oh yeah, match, you're cute, da da da, and then
Yeah.
yep, no, yep, no, yep, no, yep, no. It's like, all
Yeah.
right, we're done with that.
But,
So,
but you got to also keep in mind it, what is attracted to one person is a lot different to the other. All females are going to be different. So what one woman finds attractive, the other one might not. So
yeah,
to me, still it's important that you put an up-to-date photo, a decent photo up there. If these numbers are what they say they are, then that's important. Get a good picture. Have someone look at it. Guys, we're different. I can't go up to Bruce and say, "Hey, Bruce, what do you think, dude? Should I use this?" That's not going to happen. But find a female friend and say, "Hey, these are the pictures I'm going to use on my dating app. What do you think?" And she'll tell you. She'll be honest. And don't use a 10-year-old picture, fucking bastards. And that goes for the women. That goes for the
but
women
so
too.
the other hand is, don't take a bathroom selfie, and damn, take your
Yeah,
sunglasses off.
yeah.
Now,
But
the
like,
women, it's the filters. Like just ease off the
Oh
filter.
yeah, I mean,
yeah, you
I
can't do
wouldn't even know.
nothing. You're
No,
stuck.
because I mean, I had a meet and greet with a gal a couple of weeks ago that obviously was using filters. Nice gal, but obviously using filters.
Yeah,
Um, and I don't even know how to do that on a phone. So mine obviously aren't filtered because I have no idea how to even do that. So
yeah. Some of the new phones, like Samsung phones, are already built in. The
oh
filter
really?
shot is already done. Especially
Wow.
if you're doing a front facing photo with your Samsung, the filters are already on play. They're already going to
Really?
beautify and smooth your skin automatically. So unless you go and shut those
God,
features
look,
off,
12 years old.
yeah, yeah, you have to physically go and
Really,
shut
I
some of
have a
those.
beard. It took it
Uh,
away.
recent industry surveys data suggest app users spend up to blank amounts of minutes or hours a day pursuing profiles. Bruce, what do you think that number is? What do you think the average person spends on a dating app per day?
Oh, 3 hours?
3 hours? Kevin?
25 to 50 minutes.
Wow, Kevin's on the money there. 55 minutes a day pursuing
Really?
profile. So, almost an hour of your day you are spending on those apps, pursuing a profile. Users typically turn on the app for short bursts of times, which that I've seen. Like I was like with Mike, and Mike would just turn it on for like 5-10 minutes and just kind of like go through them real quick, then put his phone down, then
Yep.
like half hour when we're watching football or something and then he'll pick it back up. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I was like, okay, I see how it works. Users typically turn on the app short bursts of times in the mornings and evenings. on an app like Hinge with over 23 million. Jesus Christ, 23 million users. The mixed time consists of sheer numbers of percentage match represent. They're saying it's pretty much the old scenario, the speed dating scenario where you got like 5 seconds, or what is it? It's usually like 5 minutes. You ever been to speed dating?
No.
Bruce, you've done it. What's the
Yep.
average time they give you per person?
3 minutes.
3. God damn, that's tough. Dude,
That's
that's
the
like
point.
fuck. That's tough, dude.
3 minutes, and
Like
what makes it
oh, I
tough is
unplugged my headphones.
when they
Hold on.
put you at a table with 3 women, and
3
you're trying
minutes
to
is hard to
have a
sell them.
conversation with 3 women in 3 minutes, all at the same table. Yeah,
Oh, whoa,
the
whoa, whoa,
guys
whoa! It's
the
not one
guys
at
were
a time.
outnumbered. Huh?
Not
The
one
guys
woman at a time.
the women outnumbered the guys when I
Oh
went to the
shit.
speed dating thing, right? So they had the women were doubled and tripled up on the tables versus one guy, right? So sometimes I had one on one, sometimes it was 2 on 1, sometimes it was 3 on 1, right?
It's the
But
only way guys get
I still only had 3 minutes. Or they actually changed it at one point where I would sit at the table and have a 3 minute conversation with 3 different gals, all right next to each other. It's like awkward,
Dude,
really
that's
awkward.
that's like trying to sell a 1979 Honda Civic that overheats with flat tires in 3 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, the girls already heard. One's already hit the conversation. The second girl's already hit. The third one's
Ah,
already hit it. So what new are you going to talk to? So I would talk to all of them at one time. Which is,
yeah,
it's like I can't have 3 different conversations with 3 different girls
you get it.
yeah.
You get
all
into
at
the
the same
important
time.
stuff. What's your favorite position?
Yeah,
How long does foreplay need to
how
last?
many days a week do you want
Favorite
to do it?
position.
Where is it? The couch, the counter, the kitchen table, the bed? Where is it? The back seat.
Oh,
Uh, it was awkward,
that's
and they didn't
tough.
do it right because the way they're supposed to do it is everybody has a notepad, and then you're writing down yes or no. When you meet the girls, right? Well, they didn't give anybody notepads or nothing like that. So it's like when you got done with it, the round, it was like, well, I don't know if the girl liked me or I liked the girl or what it was because just went around the end and then it ended. And I'm going, I've done every girl, and then the host goes, well, Bruce has accomplished a lot tonight. I go, yep.
Mac,
So
I'm gonna help you a little trick here. You have female friends on Facebook, right? I'm assuming you have some female friends on Facebook. Take a picture of yourself, post it on Facebook, and see what kind of response you get. If it's well received, then that's a picture you use on your Facebook page. Now, the
yep.
picture that you're using right now, I wouldn't use that as a profile picture or a picture on a dating app. You can't see yourself. You got the dog looking your face, I think, right? I
Who
think it's a dog. I don't know. I can't really. It's this big. It's like this big.
whose picture?
But use your Facebook page. Use your Facebook page. Post a picture of yourself. See how it gets response. If you
Oh,
get a
I
good,
always get a lot of response, but
yeah,
I only put a picture up once a year,
yeah.
right?
You only take one picture a year.
I take one picture a year, and it makes sometimes it makes the Facebook. Other than that, it's like, yeah, I
Yeah,
don't advertise myself much.
given the preference of a photos and limited time spent on each profile, participants pledge physical attractiveness above any other characteristics
That
like income, intelligence, warmth. We are weighted after establishing there was physical attraction. The bottom line is that dating apps don't appear to give a don't appear to have given a leg up to those preceding a less physical attraction. So it's true. If you're not, but again, like I said, what's attractive to one woman is not attractive to the other woman. So, saying, oh, if you're an ugly guy, you should just stay off the app. No, because there's always somebody out there that's going to find you attractive, right, guys? I
you,
mean, give
you-
give the ugly guys a break.
oh yeah, but you may not find them attractive.
See, that's the thing. See that's where we need to do like that. We need to do a show like that where we kind of help guys and
Apparently,
ourselves.
I'm attractive to the senior citizens.
Yeah, but
I
I mean,
didn't know there were 70 and 80-year-old women on dating sites, but apparently
yeah,
there are.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, you gotta. I mean, I don't know how old you have to be. I know this
Well,
is
You got
here's
stupid.
them
here's the
out
way they
of the
work,
nursing
John.
home for the
Is
takers?
you can set your age limit to what you
Right,
want to see,
right.
right? But
No, I
that
know
doesn't
that.
stop the older group from seeing you,
Right,
right?
but what I'm saying is, eventually during your lifespan, you should know where your lane is as a
But
guy.
there's a formula for that.
No, I know there is a formula, but a lot of guys don't fucking play that into their. They think they can still get the 10 or the 8, the 9, but there comes a point in time where a guy needs to realize, okay, the best I can do is I need to stay in that 5 and 6 range. I'm happy there. The women are nice. Are they 10s? No. Can I get a 10? Fuck no, you can't. So quit trying to get a 10 or 8
Yeah,
or 9 and stay in
yeah.
your. If you're happy dating women that are 5s and 6s, then be happy there. At least you have company. You have someone that respects you, maybe likes you, finds you attractive. But you know what I'm
Respects you,
saying?
maybe.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I don't understand
You be
why.
you, John. You be you.
But
But
honestly, if Bruce, you've seen what you can attract. You know where your number is, Bruce. Let's be honest. You know where your number is, right?
I'm still looking for the unicorn, John.
Yeah, you're not going to find 11. 11's not out there, and it's a dude. It's a dude dressed up as a woman. You're not going to find. Well, you will
Still looking
find
for the
that.
unicorn, John.
They're out there, but yeah, I mean, just be. I don't know what the right word to use. Just be true to yourself. I mean, quit trying to get
Well,
something
I
you
mean,
can't have.
you got to look at the fact that dating and a relationship are two different things,
Right?
right?
Yeah. I mean,
So,
all right. Look, if you're on those apps, Bruce,
yeah,
you see the women that match with you, that send you the swipe. Where they swipe right, right?
yep, yep,
You've seen them,
yep.
right? Of all those women, where would you say their numbers are? And be
Sevens and
honest,
eights.
7 and 8s. So
Yep,
that's where you need to be.
yep.
Now,
But
occasionally,
because I don't really because the picture they may look like a 10, but that's because it's filtered. They've got makeup
yeah,
on.
yeah,
I mean, see, the women have the advantage of that of
yeah,
all the photograph crap because they can make magic with that crap, right?
yeah,
Us
yeah,
us guys, we don't have that magic, right?
yeah,
So you may be looking at a 10 that's probably a 7, but because she's made up like a 10, you think she's a 10. But when you
yeah.
actually meet her without all that crap on, without the phone filters and everything out that, she's dropping 3, you know. But
Yeah, but you have a good idea. That's what I'm saying.
well,
You know,
and
are
again, the scale is in the eye of the beholder. So,
right.
you know,
That's
you
true
know,
as well.
you know,
That's
you
why I'm
may look at
saying
her and
you
go,
should
"Wow,
know.
she's a 7," and somebody else is going, "Oh, she's a 10." You
Yeah.
know, but
Hey, son, what do you rate Miranda? No, I'm not going to get you in trouble, son.
eat it.
Rate your woman now that she's pregnant. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Don't go
No,
there.
don't go there, son. Don't even answer that. No, but yeah, everyone's what was an 8 and a 9 to me is different than what an 8 and a 9 is to
Oh
you,
yeah,
and what's the
yeah,
difference to Kevin.
yeah.
But
Because some people are different body types they care
look at
for,
my
I
or
son,
mean,
you know,
wait, wait, wait,
million.
wait.
yeah, million. Yeah.
The high end of the scale varies for everybody, but the middle of the scale and the low end of the scale, that's the same for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect, Kevin. Exactly. A 10 is a 10.
Yeah,
Period.
because I
Every
mean,
guy.
I'm
Uh,
partial to like athletic, lean women, and not necessarily the
yeah,
curvy
where another
type.
guy might rate her a 5
Right,
or a
right,
6 because
yeah,
she's too thin. Yeah.
right,
Yeah, I
yeah.
got you.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. So it's the rating scale was hard because every guy is going to be different on his scale,
Yep, exactly.
Except for the bottom of the scale, I think they might all agree on that. But you never
That's what
know.
I'm
One's a
saying.
one. One's a
That's
one.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like the
Yeah.
bottom and the middle, everybody can get behind those numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Send your hate mail.
Right here. Right here. You don't have my email though.
I don't got mine either.
Women. We love women. Don't get us wrong.
I love women. I love women, especially
Oh,
the ones
yeah.
that can beat the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Dude, life without women would suck. If it was just men running around here and just fucking, it would be just complete chaos. We'd probably fucking kill ourselves by the time we could even
Oh yeah.
establish.
There'd be a lot of docking going on.
Was somebody? Oh, no! Take the sex part out of it. There's no sex. It's just men. We would fucking still. We would still
That's
kill
called
ourselves.
sword fights, Kevin. Sword
Yeah.
fights.
Wait a minute.
Swords must not touch.
People go to prison, and we know what happens in prison, John.
I ain't going no prison.
I'm just saying, sex does happen.
You my bitch.
You're my bitch. You're my bitch. Oh man, where was I? A widely reported but not deleted 2017 analysis by I'm not even going to try to say that Germany suggested that men intimidate matches 3 times more often than women.
Really?
That's right. But I would say that's about probably right. He
I would say
discovered that
intimidate or fuck up matches.
Yeah. He discovered that 50% of the attempts or likes went to just 25% of the women on the app. Fuck. I bet that is accurate. I bet that is spot on accurate. It's like the same chick keeps getting likes from like every group.
Well, but I mean, isn't that like for online dating, women are swiping on like the top 10% of guys, which is even worse.
No, one.
Yeah.
1% of guys.
It says more surprisingly was that 50% of the women likes went to just 15% of the men.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a high percentage. I'm shocked at that.
We now can,
and that's why ugly guys don't belong on online dating.
Yeah, because I mean, I talked to some gals that are online dating, and they are literally overwhelmed. They get flooded by hundreds of likes a day, right? Hundreds of likes a day, and these are average looking women, right?
Yeah.
Right, and they're getting flooded, and they go, "How many hits you get a day?" I go, 4 or 5, maybe
4 or 5. Yeah.
Not hundreds.
Yeah, 15% of the men are getting those likes by 50% of the women out there. We now know competition was already fierce for heterosexual men, given men represent more than 60% of the dating apps. That's so fucked up. 60%.
I still think that percentage is higher.
Yeah. Physical attractiveness remains a driving force for matches, and a majority of men on apps are perceived as less than exceptionally attractive. Then chances are matches become more limited. No shit.
Oh yeah.
I would have never guessed that one.
Oh, dude, I'm still looking at that number. 50% of women likes go to 15% of the men. Fuck.
Yeah.
I think that's high.
I mean, that's how bad it is in the online dating world for guys.
Yeah, it sucks because you are. Yeah,
So, okay, so let me get this right. Okay, so if keeping these numbers, if 10 guys walk into a bar, one and a half of them would get a like?
Yep.
Not even.
It would be 10, 15%, 10% is 1. 1.5. Yeah, it would be 1.5. So 1.5 of those guys. So out of the 10 guys.
Better yet, how about throw this number down? You got 100 guys in the room, 15 are getting a like.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
You got 100 guys in the room, and 15 of them are going to get a like.
But that's just because everything skews towards physical attraction in online dating.
Right. Right, right. That's what it comes down to. So if you're not a very attractive man, but then like we said, attractionness is depending on the eyes of the beholder. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
you know,
I mean,
it's not
have you guys ever heard the two rules for online dating? Rule one,
no,
be attractive. Rule two, don't be unattractive.
don't be unattractive.
Damn it! Wish I knew
Uh,
those rules.
here are 3 key tips for everyone to level up. Ready, Bruce, to level up your dating profile
6
today.
feet tall. 6 feet tall.
We can't help you there without surgery. No one's gonna have to.
6 figures. 6 figures.
Knowing your physical attractiveness is so central on dating apps. Choose 4 to 6 of your favorite photos with great lighting. Great lighting, Bruce. I'd recommend 1 or 2 profile shots that are relatively recent. Like how you wrote that, relatively easy. Yeah, just like 2 days. Make sure they're like 2 days old.
I don't
Uh,
do a picture every 2 days.
attractive shots like climbing or kayaking are
Oh, there you
great.
go. Yeah.
Don't don't be too far off in those photos. Yeah, don't be. So basically, if you
A
take a
little
picture,
selfie as I'm in
yeah,
my kayak. A
like
little
don't take.
selfie while I'm climbing a mountain. A
Yeah,
little
yeah,
selfie
yeah,
while I'm jumping off that cliff. Yeah.
yeah. And many users make a decision on profiles based on the first photo within the few seconds. We know that. So it's got to be your best fucking photo. That
Well,
first one
so
needs.
so so the dating sites have an algorithm, and you get all your shots in there, and the
Yeah.
algorithm will sort and pick your best photo of all the photos that are there, supposedly, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't blank on that one.
Yeah.
I would, like I
But I've
said,
seen I've seen girls where, I've matched, and I've seen
yeah.
them change their first picture.
Uh,
Why I'm
well,
matching with them,
don't,
they move it.
well,
Yeah.
you can do that within the app, right? Where it
Yeah.
rotates the profile picture
Well, you got to
each
do it,
couple
but yeah.
days. Yeah, because
The
I've
problem was
seen.
like on Hinge, if you change any pictures, you got to re-verify your profile,
Oh, if you do
right?
it
So
too
that's a
many
pain in
times.
the ass to do that because you got to sit there and hold this thing to verify it and move your face in and move your face in and move
Well,
your face out, move your face
that's why
in.
I'm saying you put your best foot, but use your female friends to your advantage. You know, they're going to be honest with you. They're going to tell you if that picture's a good picture or not. You know, they're
Well,
going
the
to
way I
tell.
look at it is I am what I am, and you do or you don't.
Yeah, yeah. But you, Bruce, you take horrible. You've taken one good picture of all the years I've ever seen you. I've
I
known
don't.
you.
I am not photogenic.
I know you're not. So but
Yeah.
you're smart enough to use your daughter. Your daughter
Yeah.
is going to tell you, "Hey, Dad, this picture's no good, no
Yeah. I
good."
I am not
Yeah.
photogenic, and I'll be the first one to admit it. I don't take a good picture.
Now you should change your profile picture on your dating app to that one where you're in the suit. I
It's on
guarantee
it's
you.
on the it's on the profile.
No, push it up to the front. Make
Oh,
that your number
yeah.
one photo, and I guarantee you get an extra. I don't know. We want to go. You want to take some odds, Kevin? Up.
No, everybody's seen the picture going, you look like the guy
What do you
on
think?
you look
You
like the
go.
guy on what the hell's that?
You look
The
like you
Golden
sell
Bachelor.
fucking property in fucking Beverly Hills in that photo, bud.
No, I said, oh, you look like the guy on the Golden Bachelor or whatever it is or something like that. It's like, yeah.
I guarantee you get 5 to 10 extra hits
So
on
oddly
your
enough,
day.
so on Hinge, if I get a like, the girls will say which picture they like because they'll like the picture in the profile, right?
Yeah.
And most have not been the suit picture,
Oh
right?
wow.
Uh, Most of them was like an older picture when I was in Mexico with Joe and I didn't have the beard on,
Oh,
right?
uh,
And then the other ones are just the profile picture I have up, which is just me in the backyard standing there, right?
yeah,
So it's kind of random. I can't say that there's one picture that's been a favorite, but any of the gals that have liked the pictures
yeah,
because some it again it's in the eye of the beholder. Some gals
yeah.
like it
It's
when I'm
not
in
in
the
the
suit.
owner.
The other gals like it when I'm sitting on the beach with my buddy. The other one, it's
Yeah,
like it's like so
yeah.
it's like not one picture is like the standout.
Number two, create an engaging caption that is authentic and can serve as a can serve to communicate. God damn it, John. Foster communications. That sounds right. That's what they wrote. Describes your favorite hobbies, latest adventures or ideas, partners in a creative ways. Can be an attraction grabber for great matches. So work on that, right, man? I mean, I like to have sex 48 times a month. What else would you put in there?
Avid rock climber.
On
Sell
rock.
property in Beverly Hills.
Bruce, read yours. Read yours. You got yours open. What do you
Which
got? You got yours was pretty good. The fact that I
The
know
Bumble one?
you, it was pretty accurate to what kind of person you. Yeah, on your thing, on your dating app.
basically just says single guy living an active lifestyle, golf, hiking, travel, wine trips, weekends away, country, hoping to find a special lady with similar interests, easygoing with no drama, retired.
Retired. That's to the point. It's good conversation stuff in
That
there.
threw a bunch of little pointers out there to get conversations going with it,
Yeah,
and and
strike
then
up a.
then it goes down there, where it says my basics, height, active, trade or tech school, social, drinking, man, uh, drugs, never, relationship, don't know yet, have and don't want more for kids. My horoscope sign, Aries, and it says conservative Christian because
I
they
want
ask
to.
for those prompts
I
on it.
want to talk a little bit about that. There are those one girls that's important. Your sign. Have you ran into one of those sign girls yet?
Yeah, the gal I just had the meet and greet with, she was a
We-
big horoscope gal.
uh,
She goes, "Yeah, we're out there golfing," and she goes, "I'm a so and so with this rising and that in the fire sign," and I'm going, "Yeah, I'm just an Aries."
we match. All the stars have aligned. God has put us together. No,
Don't
I'm
know.
out of here.
Yeah.
Everything's
Uh,
fine until they bust out their crystals.
oh yeah, you need to wear this crystal. What's this one do? It'll purify you. It'll cleanse you. It'll
Well, I think
clean
she
you.
figured out I really wasn't into it when I said, "Yeah, I'm just an Aries,"
Oh, they're
whatever that
out
is.
there, Mark. They're out there.
Yeah.
There's those ones that they base everything on their life around that horoscope.
Every
Oh yeah, you
single
have
one.
like your match signs that you should
Yeah,
be with most sign you're compatible with, and which ones you're not
yeah,
compatible
yeah,
with, and all that
yeah.
crap. And
Yeah, and when they act like a fucking psycho, they're like, "Oh, it's because the moon is fuller."
No, it's because
your
you're
fire
a
sign
bitch.
is in so and so in the house of the rising sun over on the east side of the west side.
I'm like, "No, it's just because you're crazy."
Because you're
Yeah.
a crazy bitch, is what it is. Oh man, yeah. So we learned a lot today, guys. What do you think? Did we learn anything, Kevin? Did you learn
Yeah.
anything today?
Yeah. I learned that I'm still not ready to go back in online dating yet.
Did you? I'm sure you knew you had a better sex drive than the average woman out there. Both of you,
Oh
right?
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know about Bruce, but yeah.
Well, I've learned something.
What did you learn, Bruce?
Apparently, I am not in the top 15%.
Hold on, hold on. I don't think anybody understands. Oh
Mm.
no, I
Damn
don't
it!
think I'm.
Damn it
I'm.
all!
I don't think I'm in there. I mean, all right, Bruce. Knowing what you know, what we read today, the stats and stuff, is that going to change the way you use the app from now on?
No,
Is
because
anything that you've heard tonight going to change the way you use the app? That's
no,
what I'm curious about.
I know there's nothing new I didn't learn from that. I mean, outside of I think the percentages are a little exaggerated because I don't think that there's a 15% on the men's side. I think it's less than that, and I think
Yeah,
there's a higher percentage of men on the dating sites than there are on the women. I think their percentages might be screwed on that because there's a lot of dating sites. That's another problem. There's
yeah,
a shit pot of them,
yeah.
right? And the odds of you winding up on the same dating site with your dream girl, especially when there's like 30 dating sites, is like it's that's
Yeah.
even more odds against you right now at that point. Because I
Oh, and
mean,
they got
there's
to swipe on you out of 100 matches they get a
oh
day.
yeah, yeah, out of, you got to be the top 15 out of 100 with that percentage, and I think it's
Right.
higher than
Right.
that actually. But so
For me, like I'm not on those apps, but like if I were someone like just new, like just say yesterday I got divorced and I'm gonna start dating again, a couple months down the road, and I see this show or I read these things, I'm not sure I want to fucking download a dating app.
well, here's something else that they don't mention that these things are skewed. So if you get on free, like I do, because I won't pay for a dating site,
And Bruce is
they
like, I ain't
control
paying for that shit.
they because that's the game. They want you to
Yeah.
become a premium member, right? So what they do is you'll come in and you go, here's my geographic area I want, right?
Right.
Well, they'll throw a couple token
Outside that
gals that are in your area, but
fucking
the
Bruce
majority of
token,
them,
token
and I call it
girl.
token, right? Because I'll be like a 50-mile area, right? And
Ends.
they'll throw a couple local gals in, but most of them will show up in the Bay Area, Sacramento, all the way down in Bakersfield, Clovis, Fresno, and occasionally you get something that's like Tracy or Manteca or Modesto, right?
Yeah.
I
And you
mean,
have
I
no
think
control
that
over that.
I think that's more of where you are than anything else. Because like when I was doing the online dating, I'm right outside of Chicago. All of my matches were within like a 25-mile radius, like
Yeah.
25-mile
Well, you
radius.
got to be telling me that I'm in Modesto, right? And I got Tracy, Manteca,
Yeah.
uh, Ripon. I mean,
Turlock.
Turlock. We have 15 cities that are within 20 minutes or 20 miles of me,
Yeah.
right? And I
Easily.
get one or two hits in out of
I
those
mean,
15 freaking towns, and
Yeah.
everybody else is over 100 miles away, which is way out of my geographical plan,
wow.
right? So I'm saying
Do you think
the
though
dating
that
sites, they
but wait,
manipulate it.
Bruce, do you think that it's the algorithm that's saying this is a better match than what is available within your
No,
area
no,
though?
because they'll throw one match up daily that says, "Oh, this you're a good match with this gal," right? And
I mean,
nine out of 10 times, she's in San Francisco, living on Nob Hill, right?
Oh,
She's a liberal, right? Which is like I'm conservative, so how am I matching up with a liberal, right? And she's 100 miles away in San Francisco, right?
Bruce makes it sound like it's an evil thing. How am I
It is.
matching up with a fucking liberal,
So
man?
what happens is they advertise the premium, right? So that you get these little extra
Right.
little
I
little
see what you're
thingies,
saying.
right?
Yeah.
So they want you to buy the premium because then they'll start to shrink down your area if you're subscribed to it. But if you're
Yeah.
playing with the free thing, they're only throwing a few teasers at you, and they're throwing all these gals that are out of your range, right? So it's like I'm not gonna click on her. She's San Francisco. I'm not
that's
clicking up. She's in Roseville. I'm not gonna click on her. She's down in Bakersfield, right? So
that's not even the most
I'm
screwed up thing they do.
yeah. So
Hold
I'm
on,
clicking
Bruce.
more left because these gals are 2 hours away from me, right?
Yeah.
So
Go ahead, Kevin. What were you gonna say?
That's not even the most screwed up thing that they do. Their algorithm that uh decides who you match with, if you're not paying for premium, what they all do is if you get lots of matches, you stay in the forefront and you get matches. If
hmm
you don't get matches, you
Yeah.
start getting weeded out from being seen by other people until
right,
eventually you don't match with anybody ever.
yep.
Ever.
And again, because Bumble used to really be good, and then all of a sudden it's dropped off, and I think, well, what if I got put on the back plate? Because I would. The problem is
Yeah.
too is if you're swiping left a lot, I
Yeah.
think they start to park you, right?
Yep.
Unless you're actively clicking match, match,
There's
match, or like,
Well, it's your
you
if
know,
you're swiping right a lot and not
yeah,
getting a lot of matches is
right.
when it happens.
But I think
yeah.
mine is I swipe left a lot and don't swipe right a lot. That I might be falling back to that, and the
Well,
reason I
so
most
like what's your like right swipe to match ratio? Like how many right swipes do you have to make before you get a match?
it's probably 20 to 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Fuck
again,
that
that
shit.
that that one has to be like in my age range,
Yeah.
uh, somewhat conservative, somebody that's not an atheist or something like that, because most of them are
Damn
atheist liberals,
liberal.
right? It's like, well, yeah, we're gonna get along, right? Yeah, you're cute, but yeah, we got nothing else in common, right?
Fucking evil liberal.
we need to make a
Yeah,
dating app for Bruce called
yeah,
redmeat.com.
yeah.
Yeah.
And but I mean, and most of these,
Make
uh,
Bruce
yeah,
great again.
yeah. I mean, I matched with some gal that, unfortunately, she's a conservative. She's really cute, but she lives in Morgan Hill. She
Yeah,
matched
yeah.
me, but it's like Morgan Hill. That ain't that ain't
Yeah.
close.
Yeah, Bruce is like, I ain't driving that far.
The other gal I did the meet and greet with what lived in Rancho Cordova, right?
Yeah. How about you though, Kevin? Is anything on this change the way you're going to pursue your app?
No, I
Yeah,
mean, when you're in the middle, if you're not in that 15%,
yeah,
most of this stuff doesn't apply to you anyways because it's not going to help you.
yeah, yeah. That's what I'm thinking to myself. If you're not in that 15%, and how do you go? What do you do to get in that 15%? It's probably not worth it in the
Well, I
long
mean,
run.
what I got going against me was okay. Maybe I'm decent looking, but I'm 5'8". I'm 64 years old, and I'm
Yeah.
retired,
Yeah, maybe you need
right?
to change the age that you maybe slide that up into the 50s and get
Yeah.
out of that
So
40
it's like
range.
I'm not gonna
You
fall
can't
in.
date 20-year-olds,
I'm not gonna
Bruce.
fall in a
Slide
big
that thing up.
selection of women. And no, and my youngest age is like 49 or 48.
Oh, yeah, you're a good
Yeah.
number. That's a good number. That's a
So I
good
mean,
number.
I'm
Bruce is
not.
signing him out of the nursing home for dating
Yeah,
him.
but I'm capping them at my age is my cutoff. I don't,
Bruce is 49 to 85
no 49 to 64.
to
I
64.
enjoy long walks on the beach and changing diapers.
Yep,
Yeah, I like
yep.
long walks
I
and sharing oxygen
long
tanks.
walks on the beach with my walker.
And sharing oxygen masks.
Ensure an oxygen mask.
Oh man, yeah.
Mm.
No, it's tough, and like I said, if I don't want to sound like it's only good-looking guys that are getting dates on there. Let's be realistic. Like we said,
Well, no, I mean,
if
if
you
you're
feel that you're not attractive, that don't think that you don't deserve to be on there. There's somebody in those apps that is going to find you attractive. Now, whether you
Yeah.
find that person attractive or not, that's on you. But then again, that goes down to, like we talked about, finding your lane. And you should know if you are in I'm not going to say your 30s because you're still kind of, in your 30s, you're kind of jumping around. You could date a 7 one night and then get super lucky and date a 10 and then kind of swing around in your 30s. But
depends
once
how
you
much
get into your
alcohol you drank too, but
yeah, yeah, you're out, you're about, you get that one night stand when you're in your mid 20s, early 30s. If you're a single guy, you're still going to clubs, you still might get that occasional one night stand,
you
or
get those whiskey
there's
glasses on at 2 a.m. in the
right,
morning.
right, right. But when you get into your mid 40s and your early 50s, you should already know that what's your best and where your lane is, and try to stay in that. If you're comfortable and you're happy dating 6 and 7s, stay there. If that's where you're happy. And if you get lucky and you get a 10, you get a 10, great, good on you. You know what I mean? But, if you think just because you're not attractive, you shouldn't be on these dating apps seeing these numbers. Yeah, I get it. For a guy that may not be attractive and say to himself, fuck, man, if they're only choosing 15% on these dating apps, then don't think that way, because you might be, there's somebody there. Somebody's always out there. It's not all women that are on these day apps that are tens.
Oh
Do you
no,
think guys
I can attest to that.
think that though? Do you think guys are like, oh, it's only tens, 8 and 10s that are on these dating apps?
Depends
No,
on the site.
I think it's really so if you are so, and I'm not talking about guys that are like 6s and 7s, but if you're like a 4 and a 5,
Yeah.
it is really depressing out there for online dating. Really
Yeah.
depressing. I mean, you're talking swiping right on hundreds of profiles and getting a match a month.
one a month.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and
that would, yeah.
that's the way that it is,
That's
and
when you
that'll
start going
destroy
to
you.
church. That's when you start going to church.
Yeah, that's when you start thinking about becoming a priest.
A priest. Oh man. All right, guys. We are at that 2-hour mark. Hey, it was nice doing a show without women interrupting us, wasn't it, guys?
No comment.
No comment. Bruce just did the head shake.
I'm
So
not saying
there was
nothing
no
'cause
response. There
she
was
might
no
be
response.
watching. She might be listening. She might be watching. And plus, this
I
will be
still,
playing. This is recorded, so
We
yeah.
missed
I
you,
still gotta try
Dina.
to
We
stay
missed
friends
the
after
women. We
Dina after
missed
this.
the women.
It would have been nice to get Dina's answers to some of these questions, too,
Yeah.
but
Well, at least
maybe we'll have to.
At least April chimed in a little bit. We had some little
Yeah, yeah,
female.
yeah, 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 yeah. So I hope you learned something. I hope most of you guys that watch the show are in that 15% group.
Best of luck.
Good for them. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. If you
Lucky, lucky,
can't,
lucky.
yeah, yeah. Before we go, oh wait, let me see. Oh, I got one more question. I mean, I, on the app for yourself, Kevin, and this kind of goes into the question I asked on how many times you can have sex, but how many would you be happy with a month? Like you got matches. What would keep you continuing to use the app, and what would cause you? We already know what you said would cause you to stop using it, but what would be a good happy number of matches a month that you would get that would make you happy?
Oh my gosh. So I mean, so I was that guy getting like a match a month or like a match every 2 months.
Yeah,
I would be happy with like 2 matches a month.
two a month.
Once every other week. Like it's not
Yeah,
asking a lot.
yeah, that's perfect. One date a week or one meetup a week would keep you
Yeah,
happy. Yeah,
yeah, that would be great.
yeah, yeah, and you're not spending a lot of money.
Uh,
Well, I
That's
mean, you actually, besides the match online, or you actually physically go meet after the match
yeah,
online?
meet after, yeah,
Oh,
or
I
you
even
actually
or
meet.
just a match. I would just
just a
two
match. Yeah, the
matches a
match.
month
Yeah, the
to be able to
match,
start a
Bruce.
conversation.
Yeah, the matches. How many matches a month would you be okay with that keep you happy to continue to get you to continue to keep using the app?
Talking to me or Kevin?
You, Bruce.
Oh,
Kevin's
me.
already gave us a number.
Oh, I would say at least 2 or 3.
2 or 3 a week.
I get at least once a week, but
Once, yeah. So,
yeah,
like 4 a month, you would be happy. You continue to
yeah,
use the app if you got 4 a month.
yeah. I
Yeah, I
mean,
think.
not like daily, but yeah, whenever it
Yeah,
strikes me the urge, I'll open it up and look at it. But if I get a match and it's somebody I liked at some point, but it, it seems like there's a delay because I think the women get so many likes.
yeah. That's the
I think it
problem.
I think it takes them a
Yeah,
while to weed through it. You know?
they're like, "Where was that bruise?" And they
Yeah,
just keep going.
yeah.
Oh, he's down here at the bottom. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because I mean, I think they get like, they'll turn their app on and they got like 100 likes,
Yeah,
and it's like
that's
they got to weed through that. Where a
I think
guy,
that's why it's important what they said,
yeah.
strike that conversation within the first 24 hours. Don't wait because
Well, I do. I mean,
you're in a line.
that gal matched me, and as soon as I heard it, I waited a couple minutes and then sent her a
And strike
message,
it.
but
You
she
don't
hasn't
wanna look
replied.
too eager. You don't wanna be like,
Yeah,
"Bam," real quick and
yeah,
just answer
yeah.
her, but,
Yeah.
let a few minutes go by and then,
Oh,
"Hey,
I did.
hey,
Yeah, I normally
I ju
let about 5 or 10 minutes go by, and
yeah, hey,
I
just
don't know
saw
how
this."
I don't know how quick it actually sends it to her.
Yeah,
I don't know how quick their servers
yeah,
are moving the
yeah.
messages.
Yeah, that's how I would state it. Everyone, I just saw this.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're out of here. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Kevin. It was fun doing the guys show. We'll see everybody back next week. We should have Dina. Dina will be back next week, and I'll try to get the other girls in back on the show. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we'll see everybody next week. Bruce, Kevin, thanks again.
Good
Peace
night,
out.
all.
Say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye, everyone.
Good night, everybody.